Hey there guys! So today I'm going to be doing a review of the Red Rising trilogy. I did do a review of just Red Rising once I had finished it, and I have just finished the other two books, and so therefore I'm going to be doing a review over all three of them. If you did watch my review for Red Rising, you would know that it was very hard for me to get into. Like, it took me a while to read, because it was very, not slow, but it wasn't as much action as I thought it would be when I was reading through it, when they were in the Institute and they were fighting and stuff. There's a lot of build-up that has to happen in this book to be able to get into these two. And so therefore that's what took me so long. I did enjoy it, but it was just a very long read. And so you can look at my other video about that. This one, if you want. I'm going to mainly, I think, be focusing on these two with a little bit into this. I got into Golden Sun because of the slow pace that it had been taking in Red Rising. I thought that it was going to be very slow as well. I read this in a day. Not even kidding. I just sped right through it. Like, zoom, 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 gone. And that's because there was so much happening. It went from one thing, and then it turns right around to go into the next thing. Like, you have to be reading every single word, or you're not keeping up at all. You really start getting the characters more, too. Well, in this one, you get a few of the characters begin to learn that Darrow is a red, and not a gold. And so it really puts those relationships to a test. They're all, like, very much trying to face this fact that their best friend is not one of them. He is a red, a very low red, who has moved up into the gold society and is now trying to make it so the colors are non-existent. Golds and reds can live in the same circle of life and not be discriminated against because of their color. And so a few of them stick with it and a few of them don't, because that's how things go. And shit happens. Like, you get to the beginning of this one and they're pretty much starting all over because of what has happened in the second one. This one, even in Pierce Brown's acknowledgments, he discusses how this one was more focused on Darrow's family and friends more than his own battle with the society. And you really get that throughout this. He is very focused on his friends and bringing peace to them. He pardons one guy who did very much against him to try and give him a second chance and realize that people do care, but the society doesn't. And that's what they're fighting for, is a society that is new, that loves everybody, that people have a place in. And that really pushes home for a few of his friends who are fighting with him, and a few that were not fighting with him but were against him. So it was good to see all those changes in his character throughout these three books and their characters. And even my favorite character has been Severo. Out of all of them, it's him, because he is hilarious. He is just a riot to read about. His nickname is Goblin and it fits him. He is just, it is great to read him because he is just so funny. Severo also really grows. He becomes more, he grows up, basically. He isn't as, he still has his humor and all of the traits that make him Severo, but he really starts realizing what he's fighting for. He risks his own life multiple times to fight for this cause. And as he does it more and more, he gets a better idea of what's going on, and he is able to take care of it more and more. It is just wonderful to, like, be on this journey with all of them and watch them all grow as we go through these books. So I have already recommended these to one person. I'm going to recommend them to a lot more people as days go by, weeks, months, years. I am very excited for his new one that is coming out because I am ready to get back into this world almost immediately. But if you like space, sci-fi, fun adventure stories with lots of action, as well as war stories, because it is a war in these, you will love these books. I mean, you will, like, fall head over heels with them. I did not think I was going to love them as much as I do, but these are going to be on a reread list. I am going to reread them in the future because They are just absolutely wonderful, and you should all definitely read them. I'm still really bad at reviews. If anyone can give me any tips of how to do like better things, what I'm good at is editing, because workshops in creative writing major, we do a lot of editing each other's stuff and looking for certain things like character development, setting development, and stuff like that. But I'm like, I don't really talk about these because they are very well developed. I mean, unless I get a story that the characters aren't well developed, that's what I'm going to talk about. But otherwise, I'm like, I don't really have anything else to say about these, honestly, because I just really love them. I mean, besides the slow spot in the first one, that's really my only complaint as of right now. But I think I'd have to go back through and reread them again to really find things that do bother me about these books. Which I'll probably do in the future, but if you do have any tips for me of how to do book reviews better, please leave them in the comments below. I really do want to like have good reviews that people want to see, because like that's what I want to do. So if you have any tips, let me know, please. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.